bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Every major city has a homeless problem, and we give them food and shelter because that's a basic need. But, you know, something was missing, and I think this next organization figured it out. Hello again, and thanks for joining us. I'm Carla Showell-Lee, and you're watching Comcast Newsmakers. In the studio with me this hour is Mahlum. She's the founder and president of Back on My Feet, and today we're talking about the 20 and 24 Relay Challenge. Thanks for joining us, Ann.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Nice to see you. This is so exciting when you talk about a challenge like a relay, and it all came out of Back on My Feet, right? Yeah.
I remember I was over in Bangkok actually in November, and I was sitting with one of my colleagues, and I was like, we need to do something this summer that the city hasn't seen before to draw attention to our organization and make it a lot of fun. And so, like, running, that's what we do for our organization.
Of course.
Why don't we have this 24-hour running event? And there's nothing like that in Philly or the tri-state area. It'd be this big draw for people, and we could really sort of promote what we do. So the 2024 is what we came up with, and it's the full name is the 2024 Relay Challenge Ultra Marathon and Midnight Madness Run. So
right, and this is the first for the city to do something like this. Well, tell people really quickly the idea and the concept of Back on My Feet.
Back on My Feet's mission statement is to promote the self-sufficiency of Philadelphia's homeless population by engaging them in running to build strength, confidence, and self-esteem.
Okay.
So when new members join us, we don't sit there and say, okay, tell me about your past. Why are you homeless? Did you commit a crime? Why were you in jail? We forget all that stuff when we focus on right now. We focus on moving forward. So when members exude those qualities of discipline, respect, teamwork, leadership, commitment, dedication, they move forward in our organization, and we have certain incentives along the way to keep them focused and excited.
Yeah.
And at the end of our program, between 4 and 6 months, we help with housing assistance through helping with their security deposits, and then we provide connections to job training based on what we know of them. So we really become like this network of people who can say, you know what, I know Joe. Joe's been there every day at 5:30. He's amazing. His character is great. He never lets, whenever someone's behind him, he'll go back there and get him. And an employer would find that appealing, that you have these group of 300 people, or that's how many volunteers we have, who stick their neck out, like they're doctors, they're lawyers, and say, yeah, I would give that guy a reference because I know him based on his character and Back on My Feet, not based on other stuff before that.
Well, I think it's so important that you say you don't look at any of the members as homeless people because of the fact that now they have names.
Right.
They have names.
And that's a big part of it. With Back on My Feet, when you see a group of us running, you can't point and say, oh yeah, that guy's homeless.
Right.
She's educated. She has 4 homes. You look, like group of runners, you might be able to tell who's the fastest, but that's it.
That's right.
And so we break down all of those sort of barriers and the stigmas and the stereotypes, and we become this team. And, you think about why people quit things, right? Why you quit your job, because you don't feel respected or valued or appreciated. So in Back on My Feet, we do that. You're part of our team, and we tell you, you know what, you're doing great. Yeah. We're proud of you.
Right.
And so it does a lot.
And talk about the Relay Challenge, because it's all a part of teamwork. Yeah.
So the Relay Challenge is teams of 5 get to choose different participation levels, and the event takes place down by around the river, the Schuylkill River running loop.
Okay.
It starts right in front of Lloyd Hall, and that Lloyd Hall has agreed to stay open for 24 hours for us. So teams of 5 can choose their participation level depending on their fitness.
All right.
So teams of 5 choose, they can run either once around the loop, twice, 3 times, or 4 times. So it ranges between 8.4 miles and 33.4 miles per individual. They have 24 hours to complete the event. And there's also this crazy category called the Lone Ranger category, where people can come out and run as many loops as possible in the 24 hours.
The crazy man.
Yeah, but that's the most popular category.
Wow.
I was like,
is it?
People are insane. Yeah, it's not. So.
And people should know that, when you form the team, one person can't run around the loop a couple of times.
No, it's a relay. So one person runs and your teammate goes, and so if, let's say, you're doing the gold, which is 3 loops per person. So I go once, then my team members go, they do there, and then I go again. So I do that 3 times. So I have about 4 to 5 hours in between. And so at Lloyd Hall, which is the facility that's open for 24 hours, we have games in there, we have massages, we have movies, we have sleep stations, just to keep people occupied and entertained while they're not running.
All taking place July 19th and 20th?
Yeah, and more information is at www.20and24.com.
All right, Back on My Feet. Thanks so much,
Sure,
Ann. Nice to see you.
Thanks, nice to see you too.
All right. This hour's newsmaker has been Mahlum. She's the founder and president of Back on My Feet. I'm Carla Showell-Lee for Comcast Newsmakers, seen exclusively right here on Comcast Cable.